Hi, this is Jim from TTPM. I'm at the 2014 International Toy Fair. 2013 was a challenging year for the toy business, but 2014 brings new hope for toy companies. Now, I'm going to be meeting with some of the leading executives from the top companies in the toy business to preview what 2014 will bring for the toy industry. Now, let's go start with Hasbro. I'm with Bryan Goldner, CEO of Hasbro. Bryan, thanks for being here.
Happy to do it.
You always study consumer behavior. What changes have you seen in terms of consumer behavior and how they're buying?
Well, we're really seeing that these native creators have come to the fore around the world. These are kids who want to explore and create and customize. So whether it's My Little Pony Pop or what we're doing in Transformers, as we're looking at this customization in play that we've never really seen like this before. Whether it's the Da Vinci line, My Little Pony, or Littlest Pet Shop, where you can build your own style sets, that's what it's all about now for kids. They want to create, customize, and play in a whole new way.
Hasbro's taken a different path than most other companies in the business. You've focused on your IPs, creating movies, you have your own network. Is Hasbro more of an entertainment company than they're a toy company today?
You know, we really view ourselves as a branded play company, and that's because as we look at the space that kids are in and that families are in, people want to move seamlessly between media, online, offline, and play. And so we knew several years ago that we needed to be able to provide all those different elements, to be able to move somebody from a television series to an online engagement, to a digital engagement, to a licensed product, to toys. And we wanted to own and control and build all of those assets. So in fact, we see ourselves as a branded play company, and we think that positions us really well relative to a lot of our competition.
Now comes the toughest question of them all.
Right.
You have all these toys that are being introduced. What are you most excited about for 2014?
You know, that's a trick question. Because for us, I would never, ever acknowledge which one was my favorite. I will tell you, what I love the most is the culture that we have built over the last couple of years, where every one of our teams are coming up with some great innovations. I mean, how can you pick between Nerf Rebel, Equestria Girls, My Little Pony Pop, Littlest Pet Shop styling sets, or this all-new magical Transformers transformation? I mean, they're all really great new innovations, and so I would say I love the innovative products we're coming up with in 2014.
Well, you're not going to pick one, but I'm going to pick one, and I'm going to pick Transformers, which we're right in front of.
Right.
I am so excited to see the movie. Well, thank you, Bryan, very much, and we're off to our next stop. I'm here with Bryan Stockton, CEO of Mattel, and we're off-site from Toy Fair, and that's why you hear it's a little bit quiet. Bryan, in the last 2 years, the toy industry has changed dramatically. Online buying has increased. You have the compression in terms of kids getting younger quicker. What do you see the biggest changes within the toy business?
Those are two great opportunities for us to continue to grow here in the U.S. and globally as well. When I think about age compression, really it's all about trying to get the right play patterns for each age. For example, with American Girl, that really skews towards an older girl, 8, 10, 12 years old, because it's reading based. So for us, it's really trying to understand the age and what the benefit is and then delivering that. From a retail standpoint, online e-commerce is very important to all of our customers. We actually do a lot of it ourselves through our American Girl stores and our American Girl websites. We think it's a very important part of what's going to be happening, not just in toys, but in other consumer products. But our challenge is to make sure that we're well positioned online, grocery, drug, mass, specialty, so that we win in every channel.
Bryan, the traditional toy business has been basically flat over the past 15 years, about a $22 billion business. How does a company like Mattel grow their business within the United States?
Well, we are a global company. We're the largest toy company in the world, and about 50% of our sales are outside of the U.S. And we have the same strategy to grow inside the U.S. as outside the U.S., and it starts with what we call where to grow. We start with our own core brands like Thomas, Barbie, Fisher-Price, Hot Wheels, and American Girl. We have great entertainment partnerships with people like Disney and WWE and Nickelodeon that we concentrate on. We've been pretty successful lately launching new brands like Monster High and Ever After High, and that really, again, plays on our strength in segmentation and managing a portfolio. And then our fourth strategy is, in fact, to grow in international. It's a really important part of toy industry growth. There's major middle-class household formation taking place in Latin America and Asia. So we're going to continue to focus on international while trying to build our business here in the U.S.
Many toy companies are now branching out and no longer consider themselves toy companies. What's your vision for Mattel? Is Mattel going to continue to be a toy company? They're an entertainment company, a play company. How would you brand Mattel?
Mattel is a brands-based company, and when you think about brands like Barbie, for example, about 40% of every dollar or peso or euro spent on Barbie is on a consumer product like a backpack or a hair accessory or apparel. The other 60% is spent on toy. On Thomas, it's even higher. It's about 70% in things outside of toys. So we think about our brands. The core of the brand is still toy, but we really think about the total brand. The other thing that's changed today that we think is very important is the advent of tablets and the ability for kids to really watch content anywhere in the world, at any time, anywhere. And that's important to us because we can stream Barbie content, Thomas, Hot Wheels, American Girl, so that kids can watch it anywhere, anytime. So we think it's a good thing, and that's why we really focus on branding a lot.
This is a question I always love to ask every CEO. Every toy is like your own child. You don't have favorites, but I'm going to ask you to pick a favorite or maybe a line. What are you most excited coming out of Mattel for 2014?
Jim, that's a really hard question. That's like asking me which of my 4 children I like the best. I would tell you there's a couple of themes that I really like this year. One is the Maker's theme. We were very successful last year with the Hot Wheels car maker. We have another product this year that builds off of that where you can customize the design of the Hot Wheels. Same thing with Barbie where you can design and make your own dress with the Barbie fashion maker. So we like that maker theme, and you'll see that in a variety of our lines. The other thing we like is connectivity and building and making people understand how all these toys work together. Barbie has always been kind of a whole world unto herself with a car and a house and everything else. This year with Hot Wheels, we're being able to connect all the sets together, so it's really a Hot Wheels system. And a young boy or young girl can create their own unique design. So we like those 2 themes for this year.
Bryan, thank you very much. We're off at our next stop at Toy Fair. I'm with John Barbour, CEO of Leapfrog. John, we're at Toy Fair. It is tablet wars out there. There's a battle between the open source tablets versus proprietary tablets. How do you see this playing out for this year?
Hi Jim, good morning. You know, tablets are changing the world. Just look at the last 15 to 20 years at the impact that the internet has had in our life today. Well, tablets are one of the best ways for people to access the internet, so that we're now seeing an explosion of the tablet world now coming forward. But tablets offer so much more, in that the fact is they've got GPS in many of them, they've got cameras in them, so tablets are changing the world in their way. Just at the same time, children see their parents playing with tablets, and every child wants a tablet. And to be frank, every child needs to learn how to use a tablet properly. We at Leapfrog could see the opportunity in tablets, and 4 years ago we created the world's best first tablet for children. Now when you ask yourself, what would that be? It'd be a tablet that wouldn't break when it hit the ground. That'd be filled with life-changing entertainment for kids that's full of the nutrition of education, right? That would offer a browsing experience that was totally safe out of the box. Right? That's what we've done with our LeapPad. We've created the world's best tablet for children, and for the last 3 years it's been the best-selling tablet both in the US and many markets around the world.
Leapfrog is the leader in sales of children's tablets with about 35% market share. How do you expect to maintain that leadership role with other tablets coming at?
As you know, Jim, we've created the best first tablet for children. Right? It's got a totally safe browsing experience. It's got all those over 1,000 pieces of content. Every piece that's been either developed or selected by child development experts. There's not another tablet out there like that for kids today, right? There's lots of tablets out there that are media tablets with rubber bumpers, etc. But when it comes to the perfect first tablet for kids out there, we have that tablet, and it can be seen by the fact that we've had the best-selling tablet in the space by a significant margin for the last 3 years.
Leapfrog is much more than a tablet company. You have a lot of new initiatives. What are you most excited about for 2014?
Jim, as you know, the essence of Leapfrog is creating great fun entertainment for children that's filled in the nutrition of education. Some of the products I'm really excited about that we're launching this year, for example, in our toy line, children have great difficulty when they start kindergarten. It's a very scary experience for them. We've created a getting ready for kindergarten playset that introduces the child to the experience of kindergarten before they go to school. And that, I think, is a really big opportunity for us as we go forward. Secondly, we've got the first of our 4 new Leapfrog DVDs coming out with the Letter Factory. The first one opens in March, which will be the Letter Machine Rescue Team. That's been a big favorite on Amazon and Netflix, and these new 4 movies have got high expectations expectations for. And then lastly, towards the end of the year, we're launching a super new platform that is amazingly entertaining for kids. Kids are going to find an incredible amount of fun, and at the same time, we're delivering a lot of benefits, including some really cool education and learning for kids.
John, thank you very much, and have a great Toy Fair. And we're off to our next stop at Toy Fair 2014. I'm here at LEGO with Søren Torp Laursen, President of the Americas and Pacific. Good to see you, Søren.
Good to see you, Jim.
Now, the toy industry has changed so much over the last few years. What do you find to be the biggest changes that LEGO has to adapt to for 2014?
Jim, there's a whole host of changes impacting the toy industry right now. Some of them has been coming on for a long time, age compression, kids growing older, younger, and all of the things we talked about. But I think the new trends that I'm particularly paying attention to right now is obviously the whole digitalization. That is either a threat or a huge opportunity to the toy industry. And with digitalization, of course, also comes the changing commerce landscape. The fact that the shopping opportunity in the toy space has dramatically changed over the last few years. Those, I would say, are the two real new ones that are creating and demanding more attention today than they probably were 5 years ago. But some of the trends in the toy industry have been going on for a long time. They're probably just coming clearer to fruition right now.
Søren, you talked about electronics, and we are in the new age of electronics for kids. However, there are companies like LEGO that have grown over $1 billion the last few years. The construction category is booming, basic toys are booming. So why in this new age of electronics are basic toys such as LEGO doing so well?
It's immensely exciting for us to actually be in a category that is not categorized as a high-tech digital category, but yet having actually created a foundation behind our brand that is fairly high-tech or digital. Because I think what makes LEGO unique in the toy industry, together with a few other products, but fundamentally very unique to LEGO, is that our experience is a very tactile, non-electronic, non-digital experience. But we've actually taken the digitalization and used it as an amplifier for our business. That goes anywhere from platform games, where you can play LEGO on your Xbox or on the website or on apps, on multiple places. There's a huge amount of kids interacting with the LEGO brand in the digital space. Content distribution, most recently, of course, the movie, but also a lot of other things on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon and so on, our Star Wars series. So there's a lot of ways the kids have been able to interact with us and our brand in the digital space, and we've seen that actually amplifies the classic LEGO toy.
Søren, when I always thought about LEGO, I think about construction toys. But LEGO has the #1 movie in America. You have some of the top-selling video games. I mean, you are much more than a construction toy company. I mean, what is LEGO, and also, what are you most excited about for 2014 coming out of LEGO?
LEGO is much more than a toy company. LEGO is a company that sells creative play experiences that helps kids develop their creativity and imagination. That's really what the brand and what our experiences are all about. Of course, they're rooted in a toy experience, but they're much more than that, as you articulated very well in your question also. What are we excited about right now? We have a huge amount of exciting stuff for 2014, but I have to say the movie obviously excites us a lot, and I could jump around and say everything is awesome, because there is a lot of awesome stuff going on right now. The movie products have come out very strong. The movie have beat all our wildest dreams, and we think that's going to be a strong foundation for 2014 that celebrates the brand, the essence of the brand, creativity, imagination, individualism, a lot of the things that we would love for kids to associate with the LEGO brand. If that can be the foundation for our platform for 2014, combined with the many new products we're showing here at Toy Fair, I think we have a great year ahead of us, and I'm very excited about 2014.
Søren, before we close, I have one question you probably can answer. The LEGO movie is so great. When's the sequel? Or are we going to see a sequel? We get a big smile. This is Jim Silver from TTPM with Søren Torp Laursen. Thank you very much, and have a great Toy Fair.
Thank you, Jim.
Well, 2013 was a challenging year for the toy business. Everybody has new hope for 2014. There are more TV shows and, more importantly, movies that will attract the consumer's attention and help drive sales in the toy aisle. The last part of the equation is the economy, and it's awfully hard to predict what the economy will be like come fourth quarter. This is Jim Silver for TTPM.